It is a pleasure and an honor to break bread with you on this delightful afternoon.
Hey there, everybody. PTPOP here with all four lobes of my brain securely bound behind my back. And welcome to PTPOP Call Center Survivor, a year in review. And it has been quite a year. So, welcome to 2023. Hope you all had a great and wonderful and safe and healthy new year. I know we just stayed home. We just stayed home for a couple of hours and watched movies. And I've never been much one for going out on New Year's Eve. I was always told by my mother that there were drunks out in the streets and they were going to kill us. And the funny thing was there were drunks at home that could have killed us, but we stayed home anyway. So if any of you know me, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, New Year's was pretty good. I'm looking forward to a new year. And what I wanted to do today to jump right into it is to kind of go over what 2022 was like here on Skating Bear Studios and PTPOP, A Mind Revolution, and Call Center Survivor. Now, for those of you that have been watching me for a few years, most of you discovered me because of my Call Center Survivor videos. And for many years, I worked in call centers, and they're a horrible sweatshop type of atmosphere where you're treated basically like a dog, and you're treated like just a piece of garbage. And they do what they want with you because you really have no rights. And this year, on my Call Center Survivor channel here on PTPOP was a pretty significant year. But my biggest achievement this year so far, my biggest achievement in 2022 was completing my documentary, Road to Forgiveness. And Road to Forgiveness was a documentary about me being raised in a home where both my parents were alcoholics. And my parents were two people who, like most of us, were victims of our culture and our society, especially my mom. I think my mom was a very romantic person who thought she was going to go out and find her knight in shining armor. I don't know what my dad was looking for. I think, honestly, I think my dad was just looking for a good time. Like most guys are. We're just looking for some fun. And I think he was in way over his head when it came to being a father and a husband. But my documentary basically talks about my upbringing by both my parents who were alcoholics, living in poverty, homelessness, and the repercussions and the side effects it's had on me, and my journey in trying to find forgiveness towards both my parents. And I've had some great reviews in this film so far. I released it a month ago. I released it on November 28th of 2022, and I've gotten about 600 views on it. Not a lot of views, but more than my average video in the first 30 days. And I'm really grateful to all of you who watched this film. But that was my greatest achievement. I took about a year and a half to make this film as my laptop goes to sleep. My laptop went to sleep. So that was one of my big achievements. But all of my achievements so far in 2022 and hopefully in this upcoming year really are because of you guys. A couple of years ago, I decided to start talking about call centers, and some of my call center videos started taking off and got popular, got some traction. They've never really gone viral. I think the most views I've had in any of my videos is about 100,000 views, which for me is really good. But I started to do a lot of research on how to improve my channel and how to get more and more viewers and how to get more traction on YouTube. And I invested into a piece of software called TubeBuddy. And I'm going to show you my statistics for the year. And I'll do that here, and I'll show you how much success I've had. Because overall, in 2022, it was my most successful year as far as monetization on YouTube. But everything I've done on here is because of you guys. You guys have supported me and watched my videos and been true to me, and I really appreciate that. For the most part, I get positive comments. You all know, those of you who've worked in call centers, you all know you're not alone. You all know it's a godforsaken job. It's a horrible job that many people can't handle for more than a couple of years until they walk out, quit, or find another job. But in 2022, I had 619 new subscribers. And let me switch you over here to my graphics. I'm going to be real transparent with you here and show you what exactly I achieved here with all my stats. A lot of people come on here and they say, wow, I'm making millions of dollars on YouTube. Well, I personally, I'm not making millions of dollars on YouTube. Now, today is January 1st, 2023. And these are my stats for the previous year of 2022. And as you can see, I'll just tell you the overall numbers. 2022 for me was a really good year. I had 619 new subscribers. I had a 56% increase in revenue. I made $1,320. That's for the whole year. I had a 17% increase in watch time hours. So I had 22,886 watch time hours, which is 22% or a 17% increase over 2021. And I just want to be transparent with you because this is what I really make on YouTube. Last year, the year in 2021, I only made about $700 in revenue. And let's go to 2021 numbers. 2021, I made $842.47. And I had 202,000 views, 19,000 watch hours, 824 subscribers, and $824 in monetization. Now, if you move now, some of the numbers are better this year. I had less subscribers this year. I had my watch time went up, my views went up, and my monetization went up. And so this year was a pretty successful year for me. But as you can see, I don't make lots of money at this. I make about $100 a month. But a couple years ago, I was only making a couple. I was making $50 a month. So this year was a really, really positive year for me. And I did a series on here about my experience with Spectrum. For those of you who've been watching me for a while, I am a stickler for good customer service, and I believe in good customer service, but apparently Spectrum does not. And I've made a series that I'm still working on based off of my experience with Spectrum Business and them installing my modem and my router 150 feet from the door of my suite where I have a studio. I made a series about my experience with Spectrum. I encourage you to watch that series, and I encourage you to spread the word about Spectrum. They're a terrible company, terrible to work for. Another series I did that I was pretty happy with in 2022 was Our Professional Sports Fix. I did an interview with Brian Toohey, the author of his book. He's the author of the book, The Fix Is In, where he discusses if professional sports are fixed. And I thought that was a very eye-opening interview and a very eye-opening book. And if you haven't watched that video, please do. And if you haven't read his book, Brian Toohey's book, The Fix Is In, it'll open your eyes up to how professional sports apparently are very fixed. And they're no better than professional wrestling. That was this was a big turning point in my channel because I actually interviewed an author. I also interviewed Richard Gage of Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth. And I was very excited about that interview because I am somebody that does not believe the official story. Here's my interview with Richard Gage. And I was thrilled to have both Brian Toohey and Richard Gage on my show in 2022. These are the first major personalities I've had an opportunity to interview and have on my show. And I'm grateful to both of them, to Mr. Gage and to Brian Toohey. These are two of the highlights in 2022. And I wanted to be transparent about this because, as I said before, there's a lot of people that come on here, and I guess they're making millions of dollars on YouTube monetization. A lot of these guys are gamers. A lot of them have niches that they've established for themselves. I have my niche of call centers, but I'm going to be delving into some other things here in 2023. And one of them is to drill down deeper into the adult children of alcoholics topic. I unfortunately am an expert at this, and I unfortunately have had just enough or had enough classes in psychology in college, and I've been to enough counselors and psychologists and psychiatrists to know my way around and how to navigate the waters of this topic. And in 2023, I'm going to be discussing this in greater depth to try to help people that are out there navigate the waters, the murky, dark, shark-infested waters of being raised in a dysfunctional family where one or both parents are addicts, not just necessarily alcoholics, but whatever the addiction happens to be. Addiction is something that's severe, and addiction spares no one. It doesn't just disease the addict. It diseases and infiltrates the minds and the hearts of everybody in the family. It affects everyone. So I'm going to be going to that in 2023. I'm also going to be focusing more time on the call center aspect, reviewing different things about the call center, reviewing more videos, trying to respond to more of your comments. A lot of you have given me great ideas for videos and great comments, but I'm also going to be focusing more attention on my Skating Bear Studios channel. This is my Skating Bear Studios channel. And on this channel, I basically discuss and review things that are related to electronics, filmmaking, documentary filmmaking, photography, guitars, music. It's more of a technology channel, but I'd like you all to check this channel out. I'm going to put a lot more time into this. Right now, I only have 99 subscribers. And I've had some success on this channel. There's a couple of my videos that are really popular. I did a review of the movie by the Beatles, Get Back, the remake. Yeah, it's got 10,000 views. And I do reviews of different electronic devices, speakers, guitars, effects pedals, things like that. Things that I use in my own solo guitar music setup. So I hope you'll all enjoy that, but I'm going to do a lot more of that in this upcoming year. What I wanted to do today is just thank each and every one of you for tuning into my channel, for watching my video, for supporting me. Again, I have a desire to grow the channel. I have no desire to be famous. I don't think I'm going to become famous, which is fine with me. I just want to make some money at this. I'd like to make a sizable amount of money at this, and I've invested a lot of time and money into this. I've got video switchers now. I've got the ATEM Mini Pro, which I bought. I think I bought that this year, 2022. I've got the Rodecaster Pro, which I've had for a couple of years. I like this because I can do a lot of fun things with it, sound effects.
My dear guests, I am Mr. Raw, your host. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
I love that stuff. I've always wanted to be a DJ. When I was a kid, I wanted to be
It is a pleasure and honor to break bread with you on this delightful afternoon.
Listen, folks, there's one of them newfangled horseless carriages coming.
And I just love this stuff. So I've invested a lot of time and money and effort into this. So I hope you all enjoy it. Next year, I'm going to be doing a lot of different things. This year, I opened a new studio. It's a small 400 square foot studio in an old building on the east side of Cleveland. And this is an awesome place. It's exactly what I wanted. It's about a 20-minute drive from my house. And I'm going to be doing a lot of things in the studio, which I think will help me expand both the PTPOP Call Center Survivor and expand my Skating Bear Studios channel, and hopefully I'll derive some more income from this. So 2022 overall was a great year of expansion and growth. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. I hope you had a safe, great New Year. Good luck to the best of you in 2023. Have a great 2023. And hang in there. Take care. I'm PTPOP signing off. Have a great new year. Bye.